how badly we needed this opportunity. This, for me, I will never get rid of it because I know there's other people out there just like this.
When we were going through and standing in food lines, we had no idea why we were going through that. We know now on the other side it's so that we would have the ability to connect with everybody else that is standing in food lines, that are losing houses, that are losing businesses, that are having cars repossessed, that are filing for bankruptcy, to go, look, we went through that. You're going through that right now. You can get to the other side.
We fought to get there, and it's like holding that trophy up to be like, we did it, and if us failures can do it, so many people are gonna do it. So, it's, you know, this whole couple last days, it's like undescribable. Like, what word can you want to say? It's amazing, but it's not even a good word to say amazing, because
my favorite part of this whole time is we get out and we're getting ready to take a picture at the plane. Just random guy jumps into a picture with all of us because he thought we were important because we came in on a private jet.
$5,000 shopping carts with our names on it that said Black Diamond, which that's pretty cool right there. That's just frameable. Felt so good to walk in, grab whatever we wanted, and have the amazing shopping spree.
It was time to cut loose and just go crazy. The best part was the swamp buggy, going out in the mud, and going so far into the muck that the muck actually dislodged the four-wheel drive.
I've never been on a helicopter, so that was both of our first time going to an island. My smile that day was just ear to ear, as big as it could be. Pictures, video, that
nothing does it justice.
Yeah.
My favorite part about the island was me being on it. Everything else is always going to be there, the island's always going to be there, but I'm not always going to be there, so that was my favorite part of the island, was me being on it.
I loved hanging around the fire pit and hearing Mark and Cindy's journey that they had struggles too.
We are completely different people today than we were 6 years ago. The most important thing about getting to Black Diamond is the amount of lives that you have to change to get here. But the person you become to get to Black Diamond, you can go out and recreate through other people, which means you can go out and change a bunch of lives, which is what I think is probably the most important thing about getting to Black Diamond. It's the amount of lives that you have to change to get here.
I think about my daughter. Thinking, I'm not gonna give up on a dream because I want her, I want you to see that your dreams matter and to go after it, and that you're worth it. Never give up. Dream bigger. I fight for it. Don't listen to anyone other than yourself, and know that you're gonna have the same video someday. And I can't wait to see your video of you changing lives and inspiring other people. Just to go after it. We did it.
Everybody please, get on your feet. Put your hands together. And make some noise for our #1 income earners and our newest Black Diamonds, Stefani and Dunn. I can't wait for you to be back in black. Ooh. So, that video was crazy, amazing, and I'm going to give you just a little bit more into our story. 6.5 years ago,
look up here and you think how they're so lucky, and we weren't so lucky. I was actually a widow, and Joel had lost his mom when he was 16. I was called a failure. I didn't do good in school. Joel was a little rebellious as well, and it was the beard. But we met, and we had all these odds against us. And I want you to know we fought through those times, and when we got together, some of the hardest moments came. I found the man that I wanted to be with in the father door to my daughter. And we were working, and I thought we're gonna have a perfect life. We got into this franchising, didn't work. And I just thought, this isn't what I want. I want to spend time with you. I want to have an extra dollar. I want to be able to give more. I want to give back. When we found it works, we were looking, it was such a dark place that we were in. We looked fine on the outside. And I just think, why me? Why use somebody that isn't a good speaker? I actually practice, I am a good speaker. But I know that you're gonna be up here too, and you needed to hear that I'm just a regular person who worked really hard, fought through all those times. Standing in that food line made me have compassion and love all of you. I understand what it's like just to live paycheck to paycheck or wanting more, or robbing Peter to pay Paul. We get that, and when we found it works, it gave us hope. My first conference, I remember you in the way back, that was me. And because we found it works in the vehicle, it completely changed our life because we took one chance to go for it.
So from food lines and bankruptcy, 6 years later to Black Diamond, how do you do that? Through lots of failing. See, we were professional failures. We had done everything you could possibly imagine, and we kept failing. But the biggest difference was as we were failing forward, we were learning as we were failing. So my hope for you is that you go out and you fail large, fail huge, fail your way to success. See, the only way to lose and the only way to not get to your goals and dreams is to quit. See, failure isn't the end. Failure is a process. Failure is a point in time. But quitting is who you are as a person. Do not quit on you. Do not quit on your family. Do not quit on your legacy. Do not quit on your downline. Do not quit on your upline. Because it is so much easier to go from failure to success than it is from quitting to success. Because this weekend, there's not going to be a single quitter that made it to this stage. And I know every single one of you can make it to this stage. See, God designed you to live with purpose and live by design. He didn't design you to live by default. See, when you're out there, don't just say, I am just a Ruby. I am just an executive. No, you are almost diamond. You are almost double. You are almost triple. You are almost black diamond. We don't serve a God of one or the other. We serve a God of both and more. And the moment that you believe that, the moment you are black diamond.
So like Joel said, how did we do this? And we have a little bit different perspective. Thank you, John Eric. This made me think of you. There was a man who was a shoe salesman in New York City, and he was doing really well with his business. He decided to branch out and open a factory in a small village in Africa. He sent all his developers and engineers over there, and everything was going as scheduled. One day, the shoe salesman wanted to see how the factory was doing, so he set out for Africa. He arrived in Africa and set out for the village. When he arrived, he noticed that nobody in the village wore shoes. Stunned, the man called back to New York and stated, "You're never going to believe this. Nobody around here wears shoes." Another man who was a shoe salesman in Los Angeles decided to branch out and open a factory in the same small village in Africa. He sent all his developers and engineers there and everything. Everything was going as scheduled. One day, the shoe salesman wanted to see how the factory was doing, so he set out for Africa. He arrived in Africa. When he arrived, he noticed that nobody in the village wore shoes. Stunned, the man called back to Los Angeles and stated, "You're never going to believe this. Nobody around here wears shoes. Double the order." The point is that both shoe salesmen saw the same thing, that nobody was wearing shoes, but they had different reactions. One saw it as a catastrophe, and the other saw it as an opportunity. You will see the same things here at one conference, the same talks, the same panels, the same product announcements, the same promotions, the same everything. You may even be going back to the same village as people here. It's up to you how to react to what you see. Some will close yourself off. What a waste of time. Cancel the order. Well, our hope is you are open to this experience, and that was a life-changing, double the order. The choice is yours.